There are some experiences we can't avoid. One of it is heartbreak. This is an experience that we cannot avoid as humans. And after it happens, what do you do next? How do you move on? First thing is first, you acknowledge the situation. You acknowledge what happened. It doesn't matter if it's your fault or their fault. Come to terms with your feelings. How do you feel about it? And avoid blaming yourself consistently. Avoid saying, if I could have done this, if I could have done that, this wouldn't have happened. Just come to that place where you look at it for what it is. Okay, the breakup has happened. Fine. What are the lessons to learn from that experience? What were the lessons attached to that experience? Come to terms with your feelings. How do you feel? Heartbroken, pained, hurt, disappointed, frustrated? Express how you feel. And don't be in denial. Being in denial is only going to worsen the situation. Come to terms with your feelings. If you feel like crying, cry. Don't bottle up those feelings. Don't bottle up those emotions. Because when you do that, over time, that feeling is going to become a burden. It's going to get worse over time. So come to terms with your feeling. How do you feel about the heartbreak? Hurt, disappointed, sad. Write them all down. Write exactly how you feel. When you're done writing them down, settle down and take a deep breath. It's really important for you to relax your mind during this time because your mind will be going to different places, especially when you're still in love with this person. Avoid blaming yourself consistently because if that relationship was meant to last, it wouldn't have ended in the first place. Before you break up with someone, know this, that it's a culmination of events. It's not just a one-time thing. Nobody wakes up and just says, I want to break up with you. It could be as a result of several things that happened in times past that you people kept bottling and then it evolved into this thing you're dealing with right now. Before anybody breaks up with you, they already thought about it. Before a person breaks up with you physically, they've already broken up with you in their mind. They've already broken up with you in their heart. So you could just do a little thing and then they will be like, you know what, I'm done with you. It's not that thing that made you guys break up. It's a decision that person made a long time ago. So what you're seeing is just an aftermath of something that had already happened. That person has already made up their mind that this thing, I'm not going to continue with it anymore. So instead of blaming yourself and thinking, if I had done this way, if I had done this that way, it wouldn't have happened, we'd still be together. Avoid it. Stop thinking about it and don't make excuses for your partner. See them for who they really are. If they don't want to be in a relationship with you, let them go. Begging is the worst kind of thing you would put yourself. You would only worsen the situation and you would only get hurt. Accept the feeling. Come to terms with it. Say to yourself, okay, we've broken up. I have to move on. Pick yourself back up. Do not feel sorry for yourself. Do not hate yourself. Do not try to find what will douse that pain, because if you do that, it's going to only make you feel worse at the end of the day. So come to terms with how you feel. Come to terms with the pain and the emotions and address it from a place of understanding, prayers. Ask the Holy Spirit to give you the strength to be able to cope with the pain, because it can be really, really, really painful. And avoid a rebound. That's not the time to go out to see other guys. You can try to find things to distract yourself, but if you don't address that issue, you're going to come back to it. People who drink and party only realize after some time that since they didn't address that feeling, it becomes a thing that tugs at their heart and they're not able to move ahead. So address the feeling, come to terms with how you feel and let it go. With time, everything becomes better. Give yourself time. With time, it will get less painful. And if you're meant to be with that person, if it's God's will for you and that person to be together, trust that events will bring you guys back together, and this time the relationship will be better than ever. It will be better than before, because over the period of separation, you guys have grown, you guys have a deeper understanding of what makes you, because sometimes when you're apart, certain things happen. You guys go through an experience that makes you prepared for the relationship. Come to that point where you just trust God, especially when it comes to matters of relationships. I bet you it's not in your hands. You could try your best to make it work, but at the end of the day, in order for that relationship to work, it has to be the two parties. So don't blame yourself, don't feel sorry for yourself, avoid the PT game, because you're going to slip into a period of depression.